Nkunku is back with another SBC. We have had so many special cards already with him. Obviously, the first one we had a pick between his 86 passing or shooting, and then we got an 84 in form and an 86 second in form. Now we have an 88 player of the month, and he's coming in at about 240. Again, we've had Draxler, we've had Paqueta as other SBCs today, and I think Nkunku, to be honest, the value isn't bad. For an 88, he's solid. The only thing that we've got is the fact that obviously his 86 in form is coming in at 48k, and then obviously if you've already done his rule breaker, that was coming in at 190. So if you're looking at it, if you've done the rule breaker, which I think a lot of people did do, you're looking at about 450 on 2 cards, which you probably will complete or have completed. And to be honest, I probably will end up kind of just putting my rule breaker into him, or kind of keeping it for the moment and then seeing what we need. We personally didn't put it into Nkunku just because I like my specials, and just having 2 of them just seems right for right now. But in terms of this 88, he's solid. I love all of the Player of the Month's cards. Obviously, we missed out on Ronaldo. We are currently finishing up Salah, as we've still got to grind him out, but I think Nkunku's definitely coming in quite nice. Some decent stats on him. In terms of traits, we've still got obviously the finesse and outside of the foot, good acceleration and sprint speed on him, which we will be getting up with obviously the Anchor Chem style? No, it's Hunter. I think we'll go with Hunter in the end because we want him more as an attacking mid. We have Draxler and Paqueta in the midfield with him because obviously we can link a lot of French players, which is always fantastic. And obviously Draxler vice versa, we can link the Germans, so even better in terms of a kind of hybrid squad builder. But in terms of French, we've obviously got Kimpembe, Ferland Mendy, we've got Theo in the team already, so there is plenty of room to kind of maneuver and really put him into the team quite easily. His dribbling wise was always something that I was really happy with, and obviously in the overall we will have a look at what we can kind of see between the differences. So what's the difference between both rule breakers, and what's the difference between his second in form. So let's jump into Nkunku, see if there's any difference from our rule breaker, and get on with the review. To Nkunku, I've always liked his rule breaker card, so it's going to be quite interesting to see what this player of the month can do. I am expecting some semi-decent things from him. Good ball, passes it in. I did kind of leave it a little bit late, but I think his rule breaker definitely was a solid purchase in terms of an SBC. So I feel like the player of the month definitely is one that you want to really try and get done, especially if you didn't do the rule breaker. That is quite a nice card, and if you can just grind it out for free, I really don't see the issue in it. And I know we've got a lot of SBCs, but if you are playing the game consistently and doing the upgrades and doing all of this stuff, you've got so long to complete him until the 18th of December. Into Nkunku, looking for that Mane run, gets the little pass even with the pressure, looks for him back here. And we're going to find Zachariah is going to absolutely destroy him, but we managed to get the back onto him. So what can we find? A little 1-2 with Mane again. Going to try and find that little run. Finds it into him. Open space, right foot, and it's a solid goal. First goal in his player of the month. You love to see it from Nkunku. Oh, can we find Nkunku with the volley? Goes for the half volley, and Aubameyang's not going to be able to settle that second one, and Zachariah is going to get the ball away. I'm really impressed with Nkunku, to be honest. Think he's an absolute solid card. And again, a lot of people will kind of say you might as well just go for the inform. And yes, there is that reasoning. What can we find here? He's going to turn him around, but beautiful tackle from the hero. But again, I just think with Nkunku, you've got the chance to get all untradables. I just don't see why that's a bad thing as such. And I know the SBC only came out a couple of weeks ago, but we've definitely seen worse. We've seen Royce with Player of the Months. We've seen Lewandowski with back-to-back Player of the Months. Even Haaland last year, I believe, got them. So it is kind of natural that we do see it. And unfortunately, he's just been playing well, so why penalise him in terms of cards you don't want to do and do? Going to get that ball into Mane. That's got to be a goal. Solid assist. But I think Nkunku is an absolute brilliant card. Nkunku getting that first touch off there. He's going to find Mane. No, Navas is going to take that away. Going to get that big tackle in, but again, a little bit too quick for my liking when it comes to it. Going to try and find Di Maria. We know he's going to go on his left foot. There is no other foot for Di Maria, but he's going to try and win it back. Mane, I personally went far too fast with him. Should have stopped the run. We're going to get through. Simeone's going to go for that big foot, but Donnarumma is always there for me. And Nkunku, good save from Alisson, manages to run through quite a lot of the midfielder defence. and Marquinhos from the corner. But in terms of kind of running there, we like to see it from him. He's always been relatively decent on carrying the ball, so that's again another great thing with him. Good tackle from Nkunku and gets it straight away. Looking for that Aubameyang run, and that is poor. Like I say, passing in this game, for some reason, I'm just completely off. So going into Nkunku's overall review, in terms of what you need to do this player then, an 82 rated SBC, an 84, an 85, and an 86. It is a little bit expensive, but in terms of the card, I can't really argue. The main thing that we're looking at from this is the fact that we have got all of these specials, which is pretty okay. I think a lot of people will always do that. We did it with Royce's Player of the Month a few years ago. We did it with Lewandowski's, with Haaland's. There is players that just naturally get a lot of cards, and unfortunately a lot of SBC cards. There's no real way of kind of predicting that Nkunku was going to be in Rule Breaker, which they kind of know that it's their promotion, but then to know like a month later he's going to get a Player of the Month, that unfortunately isn't down to them. That is how well he's playing. He's managed to get 2 informs, and I think a lot of people are looking at this card mainly because there is only +2s and 3s in terms of the stats on the card, and in terms of price, he's 50,000 coins. I think the difference you've got with Nkunku in this version is you can do it from all untradables. Fodder that A, you're not going to use in matches, B, you're not going to you're going to have to put into SBCs, and you can't sell them. So I think the biggest thing for me is, with this card, I'd be doing him for absolutely free, or at least the grind for free. So what I'd be doing is obviously the League SBCs, as we do every year, and we grind him out. He's got a month to go. You've got so much time. You've got Black Friday on the way. You've got daily SBCs that you can complete him with. League SBCs you can complete him with. There is so much that you could do to get this card done for literally 0 coins. Whereas the 86 is always going to cost coin value. And yes, I think a lot of people will agree. It is crazy to see a big jump in like 230 to 50k, but that's just naturally how the market works. He is a cam, he is a special card in Player of the Month. There is no other version like this, and I think most definitely a nice SBC. In terms of the difference between the Rule Breaker we have and obviously the Player of the Month, it's, to be honest, not that much either. Obviously this card has that better shooting. Obviously my Rule Breaker has more passing, which is always kind of like the big thing that we saw, but the big thing was from the 81 to the 86. Now we're seeing the 86 to 88. It's only a +4. We can go and whack a Catalyst on it if we really wanted to, or obviously we could go and whack something else. I think we used a Hunter on him. We didn't use the Anchor because we wanted him more attacking. Obviously that provides me with a better cam sort of card, or somebody who at least is going to be pushing forward. Yes, he is only a 4-star 3-star. Would have loved to get the upgrade to a 4-4, but unfortunately I don't think that works kind of that way. And in terms of the stats, as we can see with the Hunter, very, very nice pace. Shooting wise is pretty phenomenal. Passing, the short and long game is really, really good. Dribbling and agility, again, we're looking at dribbling and agility and balance. I mean, good composure. Obviously, the ball control and dribbling is nice. Reactions are about average. Good stamina. Strength and aggression, we're not really expecting. He is more of a kind of lean build, as you can see, lean body type. And I think in general, he's worth the grind. I wouldn't necessarily go out and buy this card straight off the bat. I wouldn't use the coins for it. I would completely try and do it with as little kind of coins spent as possible. Mainly SBC fodder. Get him done for absolutely free and add him to the Bundesliga squad, or even the French squad, to be honest. In terms of the midfielders we have got quite a few decent cards. Obviously, Witz was the last Player of the Month, and I think that was it for Player of the Month. We may have had another one, but I'm pretty sure that was the last one, definitely. And we have another nice cam to kind of sit next to him. We then have Kimmich, as we could go with a CDM. You could go Royce as a cam if you wanted to spend some coins. Obviously, Muller's there. Pace-wise, not quite. Or you've got Goretzka. You've obviously got Boateng. There is quite a few decent specials, especially midfielder-wise, in the Bundesliga now, and even Zacharias, the CDM, is absolutely phenomenal, so another big card there. But in terms of Nkunku, I think he is at a fair price. I really don't think he kind of could be any cheaper, or I really think that he is just a good upgrade. I really think that he is. Obviously, he's only a +2 over the 86, so that's naturally not necessarily going to be loads higher, because there's no room then to grow if he gets his second or his third in form or his fourth in form. You need kind of stats to go up, and there is like an average calculator out, so that just naturally is how EA work out all of the stats. I don't personally know how they do it, but they do it with whatever kind of means more. So hopefully you did enjoy this video. I'm going to give Nkunku an 8.5 out of 10. Let me know down below if you're going to be completing him, or did you do his rule breaker? Let me know down below. Like and subscribe. Peace.